What's up? It's your boy Wegi, and right now I'm sitting next to
The Queenie P, the girl in the movies.
most definitely, most definitely. So Queene P, before we start, I just wanna I want you to introduce yourself to your fans, people that love you and love your music and stuff like that. They really want to know like where you from.
Okay. Ooh, where I'm from is a loaded question though. I'm
Okay.
from a little bit of everywhere. I grew up primarily in the DMV area, Maryland, DC.
Okay.
Um, but my family would literally beat me up if I did not claim Duval.
Okay.
So
Okay.
yeah, all my family,
Jacksonville.
everything from Jacksonville, Florida.
Okay.
But yeah, the DMV definitely made me, raised me, all of the things.
Okay. That's what's up. That's what's up. So to touch on a little bit more, they know you got a record coming out called Fallen, and they want to know like how did you come up with that record? Like
Okay, so Fallen, I feel like it was just a moment to kind of process everything that these past few seasons has been for me. And just an opportunity to be very like vulnerable. I'm sure we'll get like into like our backstory and stuff like that at some point, but like
most definitely.
Ouija knows like I've been through some things in life, and I'm normally very like guarded and aggressive. But in this stage of my life, I feel like I've just been on this journey with God, and He has been encouraging me to be softer and to just be more vulnerable and honest about what I feel deeply versus like the strength that He's given me to like carry the things that I've been going through.
Okay. Okay. So what brought you into music?
I always feel like music chose me. In like this entertainment, creative, like industry in general. Because I didn't come from like none of this. I came from like my mom was like military, and then anything outside of that background was kind of more like outside, off the porch type of stuff. But the Lord just blessed me. He put me in position around music. And I was always kind of very like timid. Like I wanted to sing since I was a little girl, wanted to make music since I was a little girl, but it was like a far-fetched type of like, you can't do that type of thing.
All right. So what people was telling you couldn't do that?
No, I don't even think necessarily people told me that. It was just that I didn't see it. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I come from like very regular type of people. It wasn't nobody telling you like, oh, be creative. It wasn't even nobody pushing my brothers to do sports. So like, you know what I'm saying? Like the typical thing that you kind of are used to experiencing.
Right.
Maybe my dad probably would have been that way if he was more present in my younger years.
Right.
That probably would have been his role, but he wasn't really there for that. So it was kind of just like, you only know what you see.
Right.
And so TV, movies, music, all of that stuff was just like this far away, kind of like fantasy space, if that makes sense.
So they kept you away, like they wanted to keep you away from it, but you still
no, it wasn't even keep it away. It was just not a thing. Like people go to work, people, you know what I'm saying, do regular stuff, and you just watch TV and you just listen to music. You never really thought deep about like the people who are making these making these songs are real people. Like, you know what I'm saying? And how did they get to that point? It was like, other than you hearing like the Michael Jackson stories and stuff like that, where it was like they daddies, they mamas,
kind of like a fairy tale too. You were like growing up.
Yeah, it's like that's a 1 in a million lottery ticket type of situation, right?
Most definitely.
So, yeah.
So your family didn't have a music background?
No. Well, crazy enough, actually, my grandfather on my father's side does. He actually was the first male, like black man, to headline and like be the lead singer for an all-white band, like in the South. So that's like,
that's huge.
Secretly, it's ingrained, but even that wasn't like something that was discussed because like my dad has never met his father.
Okay.
He's a junior and everything, named after the man and everything, but has never met him. But in the more recent years, I discovered that.
Okay.
So it's in there and it's always been in there, which is like, okay. And then even I'm like Filipino background. So if anybody knows anything about Filipino people, we sing. Like karaoke, we doing that.
That dives. Now I'm diving into the next question. So with the whole singing thing now, like you transition. I seen the transition from like the rap to the I'm doing R&B and inspirational music. Like how did that come about?
Literally, God. Like, to God be the glory. Literally, music has always been just like an outlet. Like I said, it was something that was like a fantasy situation, and then it, like, when God finally like was just like, use it. Like, you have things to say, you don't necessarily want to talk,
Right.
and like talk about the things, but like use music to like talk around it. And so that's what rap was for me. When I was very like angry about a lot of things in life, when I was very frustrated about a lot of things in life, that's like the rap was allowed me to do that. It also allowed me to like speak indirectly about things that I didn't necessarily, want to address.
So rap, you would say, was like a punching bag.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And so it's like after a while, you can't be angry forever, or at least I didn't want to be. So I did a lot of work to heal, things like that. So like spiritually, and then it was just more so to challenge myself too. Because I used to get the blues. Like, I don't want to rap like a girl. I want to write gender neutral music. I want to do da-da-da-da-da. We used to go in like.
We used to go at it.
As far as for that standpoint. And so at that point, I felt like, after a while, I got so good at that it was just like, okay, now challenge yourself to be, more feminine and be, I felt more like a woman. You know what I'm saying? I didn't feel like I was in like survival mode as much anymore, or like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta be the man for me type of thing. So I think that my music has been a reflection of that, like the evolution of me. And I'm just really grateful and appreciative that like,
I gotta give you flowers while you're here, but to let you know that you have evolved like very fast. That's something that I've seen just over time, and I've seen how fast you evolve and stuff like that with your music, and where you're at now, you're in a way better space. So I'm loving it. You know what I mean? That's one of the reasons why I reached back out to you, because I'm like, whoa, you're doing this now and stuff like that. So most definitely.
Yeah.
Right? So another question is that so what are like how do you balance music and like life? Like I feel like a lot of people have a challenge with that.
The only thing that I really have to balance with it is making the time to actually make the music. I think both of us, we both have like schedules that kind of like, that is really the dance that we have to do. But other than that, my music is such a reflection of life that one pours into the other. So the things that I'm experiencing in life, the things that I have experienced, because everything doesn't even have to be like currently happening in this moment for me to like draw from it. But I also, work in the creative field outside of my own artistry. So I think that keeps me inspired, challenges me, things like that.
Right. So what's a day in the life with Queene P? If you gave a fan an opportunity to spend one day with you, what would it be like?
It just kind of depends on the day. Some days I'm very still. Like, I'm not pressed to be in the mix. I'm not, like, I don't have, what's the thing called? FOMO, like fear of missing out. I don't have any of those type of things. I'm going to wake up, I'm going to pray.
Right. So you're not following the trend and nothing like that?
No, not really. Like, I try to stay, in the mix, so I don't turn into a grandma, but
I keep an ear to it,
But I wake up, I pray. Lately, I've been trying to be more disciplined about like eating well, because I'm trying to, get some gains and all of the things. Just like being more health conscious, because that for a long time. So
will your fans be able to see a fitness journey like Queene P?
Yes, hopefully.
Okay.
Because lately I just been trying to do like the bulking type of situation. Now it's like, I'm starting to get a little something. So it's gonna be time to tone that up, everything like that. And I enjoy the gym. Like I said, I come from a military background, so PT
Right.
and all that stuff, like challenging myself in any way is always very exciting to me, whether it be mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, all of the things. I always look to be like stretched in life. You know what I'm saying? I desire growth, maturity, all of these things. I think that's what keeps life exciting for me.
All right.
So outside of those things, I'm usually pouring into somebody else, to be honest. I show up for my community, for my sisters. Like I have a really big like church family.
Okay. Want to shout anybody out? While you right here on camera?
I mean, my squad sisters, y'all know who y'all are. You know, okay. I love y'all down. I thank y'all for y'all's prayers and covering me all the time. I got all my people back home from my studio that up in Maryland. So all my engineer producers, all the homies, you know.
That's what's up.
You know who you are and you know that you're loved. And I try to do my best to make sure that's known on a daily basis. It's going to be some Bible study. It's going to be, it kind of just really depends on, you know, what projects are in place. Because sometimes I'm on set, filming movies, filming video shoots, building, creating. I just try and keep myself, like I said, keep
You're very
that
versatile.
flow.
You're very versatile with
sure.
a lot, like a multi-background, like of all kind of different things.
I might be doing hair one day.
Right. like, I think really people don't know that about you, that you do a lot of different things in a lot of different areas, and to like sit there and like master that and like actually like be hands-on with that, that's like very, very like challenging, and you do it very extremely well.
Thank you.
So
yeah, I try to be, I'm learning that in this season, especially with pushing the music and everything like that, is I've gotten so comfortable in being in the background. Like my brand is Girl in the Movies. So it's like everyone always be like, oh, what movies you been in? And it's just like, nah, check the credits. Like I be in the behind the lens, but I'm in there though. So I think that this is something else that is challenging me in this season, is just to not necessarily put myself first. Sounds like, you know, not like I gotta put me first,
like arrogant
type
or
of thing. Not like that, but I feel like that what comes to mind when you think of that is not what I mean. It's just more so, I don't know how to like say it humbly the way I want to, but I guess that's the point. Is like you're not supposed to be that humble about it. It's like, I gotta pop it a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? I gotta really like. Because you acknowledge the fact that like I'm her, but I feel like my work has spoken for itself. People speak for me. I'm very blessed that I have people around me who don't hesitate to give me my flowers or give me my credit or acknowledge me.
But have you gave yourself the accreditation and like really sat down and looked back like, damn, like, you know, I thought about this a long time ago and everything just transpired and just came about?
Oh, in my prayer closet, for sure. I'd be in tears, like just in awe of, because I don't take no credit for it either. I think that's another reason why it's so hard for me to like, oh, I'm that girl, I'm her, da-da-da-da. Because it's like, I feel that way, but I know like it's not me. Like I knew that I ain't know nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't know nothing about this industry. I ain't know nothing about how to put a song together. I didn't know how to, I didn't know how to find a beat. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I've watched it. I've done nothing but be obedient and follow the instructions that I hear in my head and my heart, you know? And so
I think that's what a lot of people struggle with, especially inspiring artists. They struggle with the thing of like, they think that to get in the music industry, you just file an application and then you got a job in the music industry. And it's like, you know, as far as being an artist on the other side, it's like, that's not how it works. You have to build this thing out. You know what I mean? So
because that's the thing too, is like, I'm just so grateful that like everything that I've been through, like the testimony is like, is finally kind of like coming together to the point where it can come out. You get what I'm saying? And I can have the conversation, because for a long time I feel like the Lord just told me like, be quiet. You know what I'm saying? Like stack the bricks and, you know what I'm saying? Lay the foundation, do all the things, but like, not yet. And in the process of that, it's very confusing when you make certain songs and when you do, you know what I'm saying? And you be like, oh, this the one, or like, this feels good. And it be like, yeah, no, still not yet. And you just be like, what? Like, even I can imagine that is like that with like major labels, stuff like that, when they tell them like, oh, we're going to hold off on this for a second. But I get it because I went through so many phases of my artistry. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like,
right.
I got maybe put a little sprinkle of this and a little sprinkle of that, but who I am now today is someone that I could be proud of and that I feel like will embody and represent me forever. You know what I'm saying? Versus like figuring it out, which is nothing wrong with that. Figure it out loud too.
Because there's some people, there's a lot of people out there right now going through your journey when you was doing it years and years and years ago.
That's
so you're giving them answers right now. Like
somebody's
this is
gonna see something and be like, "Oh, that happened overnight for her," and it's like, no, I'm you know what I'm saying, 15, 16 years into this, like, you know what I'm saying, in one degree or another, whether it's just music or just being, you know what I'm saying, within this industry or anything like that. Like, you know what I'm saying, I've earned my stripes in the humble way. Like, I've been the doorman, the trash lady, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've done all of the things. I've shined the shoes. I've done, you know what I'm saying? And happily. So I just think that
it's time for you to profit.
It's a big thing, like just having faith and knowing like what's for you is for you, and like if it takes time, that just means you got more time, and that's a blessing. Like, you know what I'm saying, to know like, oh, I must got a lot more life to live. You know,
patience. There's nothing wrong with patience.
Yeah,
nothing wrong with patience at all. Nothing wrong with it.
It's the fruit.
Let's tie back into Falling. So with Falling, that record that's a great record. Like I told you from when you first made it, I was like, damn, this is a good one right here. Like, I feel like it's a huge record for you, you know, and people gonna get to listen to it. But how did it come about? Like, what was your thought process in the studio or writing it?
So you had sent me a beat, and to be honest, I hadn't written in a while, like a good little while, which is not normal for me. But I had been going through a lot of stuff, so it's just like it wasn't no time for that. You sent me this beat and you was like, I need a song by such and such. I forget what window you gave me, but you kind of gave me like a deadline, and I'm like
putting a little pressure on it.
Yeah, and thank you. I appreciate it. Sometimes you need that. So I'm just sitting with it, and I'm just like, at this time, I'm one of them things where it's like, it was a little bit more, it wasn't like super R&B, like as far as the beat and the sound. It wasn't like a super R&B sound. So I'm just like, I don't even know how to approach this. And like I said, it was just like, I literally started thinking of like, I never hit that like wall before where it's like, one, I'm out of my element, where it's like, you know, normally we're used to making beats from scratch and, you know what I'm saying, I just kind of feel it and then start going in type of thing. This is like already pre-made, all of these things, and it's just like, so my mind just like, dang, this is so different from what I'm used to, and like, am I gonna be able to do this? And like, I don't know, my brain just started like experiencing doubt or like questioning all of these things, which then like turned into like a therapy thing. My brain be spiraling, y'all. So
the title itself, Falling. When I think about Falling, I just think about my world is collapsing, or like things in my life has fallen, or, you know, just falling to the wayside. So like that's what I think. But you know, you made the song, so
so it was just an embodiment of that, of just that feeling of just like, so many thoughts was like crashing down on me at one point, like connected to the challenge of making the song, on top of just in general, life had been kind of chaotic. And it just came out. And even then, even when I first wrote it, I was like, I felt like maybe it was too simple. Yeah. You know, because you know, I like to like, if y'all go into the rap days, I be barring. Like, I love me some bars. I love lyricism, all of these things. And I'm like, maybe this is too simple. Yeah. Whoop-de-woo. But I just sat with it for a while, and then it was all I had when it came time to record something. So it was just like, we got to do it. I recorded it, and then it was just more so the feedback of everybody. The
process in the studio was that was a long studio session.
It wasn't that
3 hours?
That wasn't that crazy.
I mean, that's not really long, but like, yeah, it takes, you know, some people a little longer or whatever the case may be. But for like far as the song and the impact of the song, I think it got a huge impact.
I think everything is a long time. If this interview gonna take a long time in his books.
Oh man.
Well, he be doing it though.
Yeah. You know, but with that being said, I got another question. If you had another like another young woman looking up to you, and like what kind of direction would you give her? What kind of direction would you push her into? Far as she want to do music just like you, and she like, man, this is what I want to do. This kid probably like 17, 18 years old. What would you tell her?
Be intentional. That's probably been the biggest thing for me. Be intentional. Be honest and transparent with yourself. That's where the best work comes from. It's okay to change. It's okay to pivot. And trust your instincts, but have trusted people around you too to give you their input. But your say is the final say. Always advocate for yourself. I think that's a big thing, because that's going to help you arrive at who you truly are faster if you tune out the noise. It's okay to, like I said, get advisement, but ultimately that gut feeling, that woman's intuition, it's you. You know what I'm saying? Your music is you. So can't nobody tell you how to do it better than, yourself. But a second opinion is helpful, because it lets you know if your yes is your yes and your no is your no. Like, if you feel like you could get swayed, then maybe there's some room for adjustment. But yeah, if somebody say something to you and you're like, nah, I don't agree with you, like, then don't agree. Like,
right.
Because I think that's a big thing with women, especially in like a male-dominated industry. It's very easy for them to like try and tell you what to do, and it's just like, the best way to know yourself is to discover yourself through the things that you put your foot down about, and that makes it easier. Like, the wins and the losses feel better because you can own them. Like, if something don't go well, it's like, well, it was a decision and I tried it because that's what I wanted to do, versus somebody told you to do something, it brought you out of your, challenged your morals or your principle or your character. It flops or don't go the way that you needed to go, and you got to live with that at the end of the day, because they gonna carry on about their business.
Yeah.
So
that's true. That's definitely true. And like I tell people, like the crab.
And I think that's for men and women.
Yeah, but the crab in the bucket mentality of like, just the culture, like everybody like, oh, I want to climb over you and climb over you, and then everybody you just keep pushing that person down and keep pushing that person down. But it's like everybody can come up, together, or whatever the case may be.
Yeah,
looking out for the pitfalls.
Discernment is so important.
Correct. Is there anybody in the music industry that you would want to work with?
Yeah. Names off the top of my head right now?
Give me 3 names.
3 names. Okay. It might say that. Let's see. I would like to do something with Glorilla, not only because, but the big reason why I want to do something with her, one is because watching her evolution is something that I really admire and respect, in the way that she's been able to be herself, and at the same time, and not even at the same time, but not have to sacrifice one space or the other. Like the fact that she had a gospel song on her album in the midst of, the twerking anthems and the, all of the things. Just the fact that she never let go of that, the core of who she is, and living up to her name she got a powerful name to live up to.
Okay.
Who else? I love all the girlies, for real. I don't know. I'm drawing a blank right now.
Are you feeling like you're trying to like figure out who can your music relate to more, and then you making those decisions, or you just really thinking about the relationship you and that person can have, like just looking at them from?
I think a little bit of both. Oh, that makes me think like Rod Wave would be really cool. Okay. Just because I think the way that he's able to embody vulnerability.
Right. Any R&B
artist?
Very dope.
Who do I like right now? Well, I think Ari's really dope, and she's from home, Ari Lennox. Okay. Olivia Dean's really cool. I think I'm saying her name right.
Alright.
Oh, Tiana Taylor. That's my girl. I love her down in all the facets. Like,
yeah,
she is top tier, embodies all of the things from the directing, styling, everything.
Are you the type of artist that like you always keep yourself in your playlist?
Yes and no. I usually, when I first make a song, I listen to it a lot. I critiquing myself a lot. Then I kind of have to like let it rest because I critique myself too much. Okay. And then after that, it's like I make music for like certain vibes and, you know what I'm saying, moments. So then, yeah, when the vibe fits, then yeah, it's gonna be in the mix. But I'm not definitely not like the play my song as soon as I get in the car type of person.
And turn it up to the max. And
yeah, which is nothing wrong with nobody doing that.
Nah, by the way, wrong at all
like
with that.
you gotta be your biggest fan.
Yeah. So some more questions. Like, are you a smoker? Are you a drinker?
I am a nothinger.
Oh, man.
Like, I can't even believe
changed.
I'm a sober girly these days, okay. Which is crazy because I used to be a chimney, like high on the regular, like just weed. But yeah, I definitely used to smoke all the time. Used to roll the best J's to ask about me. But yeah, I was never a big drinker. Like I'll drink if I'm like out in the mix or something like that, or like if it's like a social situation, but I never been like let me just buy a bottle for myself or nothing like that. Now I'll sip some wine every now and again. But yeah, no, I'm a sober girly and it's lit, you know. It's
you think that just came with like age? Like,
no, literally God told me like I was in the middle of rolling up. Okay. I was rolling up and God was like, yeah, I'm gonna need that. Like, I promise you, as clear as I'm talking to you.
It happened like that for real? Like,
yeah, as clear as I was talking to you, he was like, so I'm gonna need that. It's funny. I don't know if everyone hears from God like how I be hearing from him. He be talking to me real casual. But he was like, yeah, so I'm gonna need that. And I'm like, this one? Like, he's like, yeah.
What was you like? Let me go. This is my last one.
That's why I was like, I literally said in that out loud, but in my head, because it was other people around, so I would have looked crazy. I was like, so you be like immediately right now, or like after this, Jay? And he was like that's how I pictured it in my head. Like he like turned like threw his hands up, like I'm not saying yeah, but I'm not gonna fault you if you hit this last J. Okay. So I hit the last J, and the next day, I'm thinking I'm tripping, right? Like I'm just like. It was just a thought, whatever. Right. But when I literally tell y'all the next day, I had no desire to smoke. Like, none. Like, and I'm used to smoking.
That's crazy.
20 J's a day, easy. Like, it's nothing for me to smoke like that. And it was just literally like, I'm cool. So I was like, yeah, that had to have been him.
Okay.
And yeah, it's just been like that ever since.
That's what's up. So right now, what we about to do, we're doing something special, you know what I'm saying, for Queene P. And her fans. What we're gonna do is we're gonna let you pick out of this jar. It's a lot of questions in this jar. I want you to pick five of them, and then read them off, and then I want you to answer the questions that's written on them.
Okay. Big money, big money, big money. What's one lyric in a song you made that cuts deep? So there's this song called Q&A. It never, I don't think it ever came out. But
Q&A never came out.
It could still come out to this day. But there's a line in there where it said, that whole song for real cuts deep. Like, that is the song that gets played the most for real.
That's right. I would think it would be the new music.
Me personally.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I like the new music too, but that one is just like...
It grew on you.
I don't know. It's just, that's when I knew, like, when I made that one, it was like, okay, there's gonna be a shift at some point. It was just so vulnerable, but I was still very But the lyric, sorry.
So yeah, y'all be on the lookout because Q&A. She said it's coming out, so she wanted.
So there's a line where it says, "I gave you half of my nothing, and that shit ain't mean nothing." And
break that down.
It's just like in that song, I'm basically talking about how like it's just so hard. It's very similar to Fallen. Like Fallen is like a gentler version, I think, of Q&A. That's how it feels to me if I had to embody it.
Okay.
But I was just very like hurt in that time when I made that song, and I was just reflecting on how much like I'm a loving person. Like I told y'all before, it's like most of my days I spend pouring into other people happily. Like it's not a complaint or anything. But there are so many times like where I carry myself in such a way that you would never know that I'm carrying the weight that I'm carrying or struggling in any way, shape, or form. That it's like I'm pouring from an empty cup. And so it's like, that's what I mean by I gave you half from my nothing. Like, if that jar was empty and then I just cut the jar in half and gave you that, and then you was still just like, and I gave you the part that actually holds the liquid, not the top part that's just useless, you know? And for you to just like be like, oh, that's whatever. Like, it's a difference between somebody who gives you, like, that's what comes to mind. Like, if somebody give you $1 million, but they're a billionaire versus someone who got $10 to their name and they gave you $5.
Right.
It's like, which one is more, like, you know what I'm saying? Who gave you more, honestly? The monetary amount, or the fact that you got $1 million, or that somebody gave you half of all they had. Right. And they don't know where the next thing is coming from.
That's way more impactful.
So that line, for me, every time I even still hear it, it's just like,
okay. Yeah, let's let you choose another one. You got 4 more. So
are female artists judged harder than men? I want to say yes. Only because there's multiple levels that we get judged on, like aesthetic, then of course lyricism, and that's rapping, singing, whatever. Like, what are you actually talking about? Then if you sing, like the quality of your voice, even rapping, the quality of your voice.
I think females got it easier in the rap game now. That's what I feel.
I mean, yes, in this season, it's definitely a shift, and you know, thank God for that. But I think that there's still, even with that, it's like it used to be so hard to break a female artist, and that was like the judgment, and now it's like there's such an influx of women making artists that now the challenge and the judgment is what makes you different, what sets you apart, what you know what I'm saying, and then not be a gimmick, because
you're trying to, because if everybody talking about the same thing, it's gonna be like, okay, what sets you apart?
Yeah, because we as women, it's like you could be just woo, fun, have a good time, but like we as women consumers, we want to feel something, or we want to be able to relate to you. We want to be able to, you know what I'm saying, feel like we see ourselves in you or your music. So there's even how much of your personality you're gonna show or showcase. Your artistry is not just enough.
As you grow as an artist, do you think your biggest fan base is gonna be men or women?
I don't know. Because my circle has always, up until this new season, has always been primarily men, and they always have supported my music, because that was another thing too, is like with women, because it's like once you get the girls, you really know you made it when you can get the men to start singing your songs, especially if it's R&B or whatever, like, you know what I'm saying?
That's very challenging.
But if the men don't turn your music off when it plays in the radio, or you know what I'm saying, through the speaker or whatever, then you know, like, okay, you on to something. But that's a hard thing to get out the gate. So yeah, I think that's definitely
All right.
Or I would say it's harder.
Pull the lucky three. The lucky three.
So I said pull out 2.
All right.
Okay. What motivates you when nobody's watching? What motivates me when nobody's watching is the fact that, one, I know that God is always watching. So it's just wanting to live up to his expectation and, you know, purpose for my life. And then I do have nieces and a lot of young ladies who are like, you know, like too young to like get it now, but I know that like as they get older, what I do with this time now will set the tone for what they believe is possible, you know, in their future.
Okay.
What was that? That
was 3. This number 4 right here.
Ooh. Is love enough without stability?
Tough question.
Is love enough? Yes. But I guess it kind of depends on what perspective of love that you're looking at. Because like for me, God is love, and everything that I define love by is by his character and his standards. So with that, it's just like love requires a lot of faith. So it's like you gotta see it through.
Right.
But I don't think that. I think good, like healthy love and, you know, good love, stability kind of becomes inevitable. Like even if it's not tangible physical things, it's just having that person or that thing that you could go to at all times. Like I know that I love music because whether I'm up or down or happy or sad or whatever the case may be, that thing, that music is going to be there. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to go anywhere. So
what would the world be like without music?
Dry.
It'd be dry. Oh man.
Yeah, people would have to talk a lot more, which I wouldn't be against that. But
that's crazy.
People struggle with that. Yeah, it'd be a lot more conversations. Because then you know how people be having arguments like relationships and stuff like that. They'll like take the aux and go back and forth and stuff like that. Exactly. Like imagine if you couldn't do that, you just had to talk it out.
Man, it'd be crazy.
Is loyalty rare in this generation? I think that now it's getting a little better. I think that people are very much, even if they don't want to be loyal, they're very conscious of the fact that like everything makes it to the internet, stuff like that. So it's like it kind of almost forces people to like move right, if not right, better than they probably would if they could do stuff like behind closed doors like you could do before the internet was internet and like it is.
You can't go nowhere and not be something like a camera or somebody pulling out their phone or something like that. It's crazy now.
So I think that the desire to be loyal is definitely strong. But
and I can add something to that because with loyalty is like you coming back to FGM. Like like what's the take on that? Like why choose Forever Growing Music when you could choose other labels and other people? Like why?
I think because it's always been family. Like since the first time that we sat down at a table, had any type of discussion, when you have always, and the team has always been without hesitation a cheerleader for me. Like even when I was like, you sure? Like you sure I'm as good as you say and I am type of thing? Right. You was like, nah, you got it. Like, don't even trip.
You see what the folks saying, I mean.
So that to me holds weight. Like, and like I said, kind of going back to that, like somebody giving you 5 out of 10 versus a millionaire giving me. I feel like you did that. You know what I'm saying? We got you know what I'm saying, real basement foundation. I know the sacrifices that you took, which also lets me know that you are dedicated and invested, which means that when you do compliment me, or when you do like encourage me or pour into me in any capacity, that I know that is coming from a genuine place. So it's like, yeah, it's that type of feeling. It's like, if people think about like mega church versus the, your church with your granny in a minute, it's like, to each his own. I'm not knocking the major labels, and it's nothing like that, but I appreciate the patience that we've developed with each other. I appreciate the dynamic that we've developed with each other, the respect. It's just certain things that are forever growing with us. Like,
it's forever growing, man. So most definitely. So yeah, Queenie, man, we're about to ready to wrap this up, and it was definitely lovely talking to you, and showing your fans and letting the people know, like, your take on everything that you got going on. And the record Falling is coming very, 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 very soon.
Yes, I'm so excited for y'all to hear it.
Most definitely, yeah.
Give me all the feedback, all of the things. Before we close out,
anything you want to say?
I was I just want to pray real quick. So, dear Heavenly Father, I just want to say thank you. I pray that you get all the glory from all that has been done and that is to come, Lord God. I just pray that you bless and cover each and every person that views this interview, that they grow and gain something from the conversation, from the testimony, from the music, Lord God. And just let them know that they are loved, that they are seen by you, that they are kept by you, and just continue to use me as you see fit. I'm honored and appreciative for this journey and this opportunity, Lord God. And again, I give you all the credit. I love you and I honor you. In Jesus' mighty name I pray, the all-knowing, ever-present Lord God. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Congratulations. Y'all stay tuned to what's coming.